Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeremy, and for today's video I want to share with you guys my infertility issues, my infertility journey, and how I get pregnant while dealing with infertility issues. I'm also going to be sharing in this video what infertility issues I've had to overcome to get pregnant, what infertility issues I was having before I got pregnant. So if this is something that you are interested in, please keep on watching. Please don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to my channel if you are new here. I really appreciate it. So let's talk about infertility in women, you guys, because this is something that I've been really meaning to talk about in my channel because me myself have gone through infertility issues. Before I got pregnant, I've had to deal with infertility issues. We had to go to the fertility clinic and check with a fertility doctor before actually conceiving. So I got married and moved to Japan in October of 2019. And right there and then, me and my husband decided that we wanted to start having a family right away. So we started trying right away. I also want to point out here, you guys, that I am making this video because I want to raise awareness in women infertility. I also want to inspire other women out there who are going through the same situation, that we don't need to be embarrassed about this. We don't need to be ashamed about this. It's okay to talk about it. We have to open a conversation about this. We have to talk about it, and we should be there for each other, to help each other and to support each other. I hope this video will give strength to other women out there who are also experiencing infertility issues. And if you guys have been following me here in YouTube, then you'd know that I am pregnant now, which I'm very, very happy about, but it wasn't easy. I've had to go through a lot. Okay, so we were trying right away, and when we were trying, I was like, oh, it's gonna be so easy to get pregnant. So we kept trying, and months went by, and 3 months, 4 months, and 5 months, I still wasn't pregnant. And so at 6 months, me and my husband talked and we decided to go to a fertility clinic. So my husband found a fertility clinic here in our area, and they have a doctor that can speak English because I cannot speak Japanese yet. And so we went there, we had a checkup. So, we told them everything. We told them that we've been trying to get pregnant for like 6 months now, but nothing's happening, and we're both healthy and we're both young. And so they checked everything. I had to do a lot of blood tests, and also they checked something in me. They had to do whatever they had to do to find out the root cause. Then I had to go back to the clinic after 2 weeks to get the result, and the doctors found out and they told me that I have hormonal imbalance. And I'm like, okay, but I kind of know already that I have hormonal imbalance, but I thought that kind of hormonal imbalance was what was causing my pimples and things like that. But I didn't think that hormonal imbalance is like affecting like me not getting pregnant. So I was like, well, what kind of hormonal imbalance is it? Like, what hormone is it that's causing me not to get pregnant? So my doctor explained it to me that my prolactin level is very high and it is above normal. And I was like, well, what is prolactin hormone? So I'm just gonna read here, you guys, what prolactin is. So prolactin is a hormone made by the pituitary gland. It is a small gland at the base of our brain. So prolactin causes the breast to grow and make milk during pregnancy and after birth. Prolactin levels are normally high in pregnant women and new mothers. Levels are normally low for non-pregnant women and for men. So I wasn't pregnant that time, but maybe my body is detecting that I was already pregnant because my prolactin level was so high. Like, I couldn't understand. But that was the reason why I wasn't ovulating, I wasn't getting pregnant, I wasn't conceiving, because this prolactin level is too high. And the doctor said, okay, well, we need to regulate your prolactin level. And the doctor said that this is the reason why your temperature, your basal body temperature, is like swinging like this. It's like up and down. I'm actually going to show you the graph of my temperature before I was on medication. So yeah, that's how it looks. It's crazy, right? For a normal person that doesn't have any hormonal imbalance, your basal body temperature should be a little bit regular, and it's gonna peak at the time of your ovulation, I think, and goes down after ovulation period, something like that. I don't really remember, but that's what it is. And the doctor also told me that this is the reason you're not ovulating, because your temperature is very unstable. We need to regulate your temperature, and we also need to bring down your prolactin level. And I'm like, okay, great. I'm the problem here. I was like, okay. And the doctor prescribed me a medication. It's called cabergoline. It is for my prolactin level, and it is for my temperature. So I had to take that medication like once a week. And then after a few months, the doctor said, okay, well, your temperature is kind of like stable now, so you can take this for like once in 2 weeks. And I didn't really have side effects with medication, but I would feel really sleepy and like that, and sometimes just like no energy. So, but that was the only side effects. It was okay for me. Okay, and so after a few months on that medication, the doctor said, okay, you should get pregnant now, right? Because your prolactin level is low, it's normal now, your temperature is okay, there shouldn't be any reason why you won't conceive. After a few months of being on that medicine, being on that medication, like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, I still wasn't pregnant. And so I was like, well, I should be pregnant because I'm on medication that is supposed to make me pregnant, that is supposed to normalize my prolactin level and stabilize my temperature. But why am I not pregnant yet? Like, what's the problem? So they checked my husband, and my husband's sperm cells are okay, the sperm count is okay, blah, blah, blah. And well, I started to get worried, and then the doctor said, well, let's try something else. I want to try something different. So I asked my doctor, well, what do you want to do? And she said, well, I want to try a procedure called HSG. And it is an X-ray procedure. And if you want to ask me what HSG means, I'm going to tell you here in a second. So I'm just reading on my other phone so that I can give you the information. So HSG is hysterosalpingogram, or HSG is an X-ray procedure used to see whether the fallopian tubes are patent or open, and if the inside of the uterus or the uterine cavity is normal. HSG is an outpatient procedure that usually takes less than 5 minutes to perform. Oh my god, yes, it was less than 5 minutes, but for me, like, it took forever. Okay, from that explanation, you kind of have like an idea what HSG means. So yes, the procedure was only supposed to take like 5 minutes, but for me, it was the longest 5 minutes of my life. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what happened during that procedure. So I went to the clinic on that specific day that I was supposed to do the HSG. I went to the x-ray, I was very ready. And of course, before the procedure, I asked the doctor, well, you're gonna be inserting a tube into my, okay, I'm just gonna say the V word here, you guys, okay? Because, we're all women here, right? I'm just gonna say the V word. So I asked my doctor, so you're gonna insert a tube into my vagina, into my uterus, and into my fallopian tube, am I right? And she said, yes, that's correct. And I'm like, okay, is that gonna hurt? And then she said, no, it's not gonna hurt, but it's kind of like you having menstrual cramps when you're on your period. I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's fine. It doesn't really hurt when I'm having cramps in my menstruation. For me, that's kind of like, very normal kind of pain. And I was like very ready, right? I was like, okay, let's do this because I really want to get pregnant. Let's get this over with. And I went into the x-ray room and they put me on a table, and of course I have to spread my legs. Sorry for the graphic imagery here, but I want you guys to really picture out what was going on. And after that, so they started inserting that tube inside me, right? And then at first I didn't feel anything, but when I started feeling like something was going inside my uterus, it was so painful. It was like something was inside me and it was like so warm. I don't know why it was warm, but you know, they put like a dye inside there, and you know, of course that was medicine. It's supposed to check, and they had to take a picture of my womb and my uterus and something like that. But oh my god, it was very painful. If you don't believe me, I'm gonna tell you, I was screaming and wriggling and shaking and shouting, stop, please stop, because it was very painful. And they had to really hold my legs down, and they had to say, don't move. And I'm like, no, stop, I don't want this, please stop, I can't do this. It was very painful. And they had to do it 3 times because they couldn't do it the first time, the second time, until the 3rd time, and then they got successful. Oh my god, you guys, it was just the most painful procedure I've ever had to do in my life. And while I was lying down there and screaming and, you know, just bawling, I was like, no baby is ever worth this kind of pain. Sorry, but that was what was going on in my mind. And yes, after that, after they're done, they're like, okay, we're done. And I couldn't even get up. And they assisted me out of the x-ray room, and I had to sit down on the bench in front of the clinic, and I was literally crying. Even after the procedure, and I didn't take any painkillers before the procedure. And I almost passed out. I almost fainted because it really hurt so bad. I didn't have any energy. I almost couldn't stand up. And the nurse, she had to give me a painkiller because she was looking at me and just like, she needs a painkiller, even if she said she doesn't need one. And so after that, my husband assisted me back to the car. In the car, I just tore up. I just cried. I was bawling. I was like, I was sobbing so hard because it really hurt. And I'm like, why do I have to go through all this pain? I mean, why? I can't understand. I couldn't understand. And I just felt so bad. And my husband was there. He comforted me. So that was all okay. I just really needed to let that out. I just really needed to cry. And I just really needed to talk to him how painful the procedure was. And so that was over. I went home, and then on the next visit to the doctor, I asked her, why did it hurt so bad? You told me that it wasn't gonna hurt so bad. It's just like a cramp and you're having a menstruation, but that was different. It's like something inside me was like tearing up. It's like, you know, pulling and pushing, and that kind of pain. Oh my God, it's indescribable. It's unimaginable. And so my doctor told me that I think the reason why you felt pain was because your fallopian tube was blocked. And that's the reason why, even if you're already on medication, you didn't get pregnant, because your fallopian tube is blocked and therefore the sperm can't get into your eggs. And I'm like, oh my God, really? Oh, so I was like, okay, so we're done with this procedure. So I should get pregnant now, no problem. And the doctor said, yes, you have to get pregnant in 6 months, because if you don't, we're gonna have to do that procedure again. And if you don't want to do that procedure again, then we're gonna have to think of other methods for you guys to conceive. And I was like, oh God, more pressure, right? I just did a very painful procedure, and now you're giving me an ultimatum. You're just like putting more pressure on me, not just physical, but emotional and psychological pressure. right? So you can just imagine what I was feeling, what I was going through. And I was like, okay, but I was still very positive. We can do this. I'll get pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And so 1 month, 2 months, I was always like waiting after my ovulation. And when my menstruation comes, oh, I'm not pregnant. Next month, menstruation comes, not pregnant. 3rd month after the HSG procedure, not pregnant again. And so after the 4th month, the doctor was already she was already kind of anxious as well. And she was like, well, you really need to get pregnant. And if you don't, then we're gonna have to repeat the process. And you don't want to do the HSG procedure again. And I'm like, I know. And then after that, I actually kind of lost a little bit of hope. So I was like, yeah, there's no point in going to the clinic, because I had to go to the clinic every month just for them to check if I'm ovulating, or if my ovaries, my eggs, my uterus, my fallopian tube is okay, everything is okay there. I had to go there every month. And I'm like, I just got tired doing that. And I'm like, I don't see the point of going there every month. I mean, it's the same, and I know when I ovulate. I know when to have sex when I ovulate, because I track my cycle. Sorry if I'm being blunt in this video, you guys. I track my cycle. I track when I'm supposed to ovulate. When my temperature goes up, I know that's my ovulation day. And I said to the doctor, okay, well, there's really no point in me coming here every month, because I think I'm fine. So if I get pregnant, good. If I don't, well, we'll have to, rethink about what we're gonna do. On the 5th month of doing that HSG procedure, after doing that HSG procedure, the doctor was like, well, yeah, it's already 5th month, and I gave you a 6-month ultimatum, because if you don't get pregnant next month, your fallopian tube is gonna get blocked again. And I'm like, oh great, yeah, it's gonna get blocked again. And so I told her, okay, well, we'll just wait. And then the next month after that, I was like, okay, constantly checking, okay, ovulating, okay, blah, 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 we had to do it, like that. And then after that, I was tracking my cycle, and I was like, oh my God, I'm 4 days late. And I kind of felt excited, but I didn't want to get my hopes up, because I didn't want to get disappointed. And then 5th day, menstruation still didn't come. And 6th day, I was like, I am pregnant. I am 100% sure I am pregnant. I took a pregnancy test, could see 2 lines, and I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm pregnant. So I asked my sister, am I pregnant? I asked my friends, am I pregnant? Blah, blah, blah. And they were saying it's still kind of not very clear though. It's still kind of hazy, it's kind of blur. The next day I took another pregnancy test, and then it's still a little bit blurry. But then the next week I went to the doctor, and then yes, we confirmed that finally, after 1 year and 6 months of trying, I was finally pregnant. So we were very happy. Of course, I shared the news with my husband, because my husband went with me, and I was like, we're pregnant. And he was smiling, and I could tell he was very, very happy too. God knows how much we tried, how much I had to go through, how much I had to deal with just to get here, just to get pregnant. So we're very, very happy, and we can't wait for this baby to come. And by the time I am recording this video, I am 5 months pregnant. Yay! Thank you so much. Yes. So yeah, I am 5 months pregnant. I'm actually gonna share with you guys some of the scans that I've kept from the ultrasound. So here they are. It's just amazing to see the progress of your baby, from the first ultrasound scan to the second, to the next. It's amazing. I never get tired looking at these pictures. I think these pictures are the most beautiful pictures I've ever seen. I love seeing my baby in the ultrasound and in these pictures, and also lining up these scans and seeing his progress. It's so amazing. And actually, you guys, if you're first time mom, like, you can really relate to me. The first time you hear your baby, the heartbeat of your baby in the ultrasound, like, oh my god, I literally cried. I literally cried in the doctor's clinic the first time I hear the heartbeat, and it was really strong, and I'm like, oh my god, that's the heartbeat of my baby. And you know, I have a little life, I have a life growing inside of me, and the feeling is overwhelming. It's very emotional, and it is a miracle. Women are heroes, women are amazing, women are strong. So that is it, you guys, and that's the reason why I am sharing this video, because I want to give inspiration, I want to give hope to a lot of women out there who are experiencing infertility issues, that it's not the end of the world. There are a lot of ways that you can get pregnant, you can research about it. And if you're also experiencing the same situation as I had or as I did, please let me know in the comments down below. I really would love to hear your infertility journey. If you're trying to get pregnant but are still having difficulty doing so, I would really love to hear your story. I would really love to hear what you're doing, and or if you're already successful in getting pregnant but went through a lot just to get there. Please let me know in the comments down below, and on the next video I'm going to reveal the gender of my baby. So are you going to guess, is it a girl or a boy? A lot of people are like, no, it's a boy. Some people say it is a girl. I know it is a girl. So what do you guys think? Am I having a boy or am I having a girl? So please let me know in the comments down below, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you got something from this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. See you.